Hi, I'm Carrie, and this is Saunders Sisterhood. This is a YouTube channel for the single and childless, not by choice person. Our video today is fun things to do in the fall. So, in my part of the world, it is September, so that means the air is getting crisper and a little cooler outside, done with the hot weather. And what we know is in the fall, there's certain things that are particularly fun to do in that time of year. So if you're feeling bored or kind of a little down and wondering what is something you can do to kind of shake it up, continue watching for 10 things that you can do that are fun specifically for fall. Number one is go for a car ride to look at the changing of the leaves. Now, it may sound like an old person thing to do, but it is pretty and it is fun. And we're often going to a place where maybe you wouldn't normally go. It can be a fun day trip. Maybe you're going to get some pumpkin spice latte or other hot drink, and you may go to a different part of where you live and go try out a cool new lunch place as well. But I read on the internet that they call this leaf peeping, and so try that out. Number two, find a good book and get into a series, or on the weekends, cuddle up on the couch. If you have a dog or a pet, bring them along. Get that big cozy blanket out and just dive into the book, especially when it's particularly maybe windy or rainy out. It's just the perfect ambiance to fall into a story. Number three, a pumpkin patch. Now, this could also be a triggering place because there'll likely be lots of kids running around. And so if you feel like you're not in the space where that will be fun for you, completely get that. And instead of going to the pumpkin patch, try going to the store. You can get some pumpkins just to have around the house. And then maybe you get the donut holes and the cider and you do something fun by yourself in your house. You can even really kick it up a notch by putting on some fall music or some Halloween music. And it doesn't have to be a depressing time. Number four, go on a walk or a hike, particularly maybe a place where you wouldn't normally go. And this can be fun because you're getting your body moving. You may be going to somewhere different than you typically go. If you have a dog, take your dog with you. Something that makes it unique to your everyday routine. And again, you will have the scenery of the changing leaves for you to look at. Maybe even take some pictures of. Number five, an apple orchard. This is the same thing as the pumpkin patch. This could be a place that feels triggering, so just bear that in mind and keep that in mind. And if you're near somewhere that has a pumpkin apple orchard, consider going. And it's just the ambiance of it. Apples always taste better from an orchard or right from the tree versus in the store. If you have a friend who may want to go with you, do that, and then you guys can split the apples that you pick. Number six, the fall with the crisp air and the windiness and the chill in the air. I always think of like chilies and soups and bread. So maybe you want to try a different chili recipe or a different soup recipe each weekend and kind of cultivate what your favorite ones are. And you can make some bread along on the side. Maybe while you're doing this, you put on some fun music or relaxing music, and you make it like a whole weekend event. Plus you have lunches and dinners for the rest of the week, right? Number seven, learn to knit or crochet, or if you know how, engage in one of those activities or any type of yarn craft. There's something about the yarn, I think, that just feels extra cozy and fall-like. And the thing about doing knitting or crocheting, you have like this tangible thing that you can see your progress with and that you're working on. You can choose some yarn colors that are particularly fall-like. And if you need to learn how to knit or need some ideas of some things to do, you can always check out the internet. Number eight, think about the fall scents that are your favorite and buy a candle that has those scents, or even put a simmer pot on the stove on those cozy Saturday afternoons. And remember, things that we smell and hear, we experience those differently. They really can trigger some memories. And so think about and consider doing that. Things like pumpkin, vanilla, cinnamon, apple, those like woodsy smells, like cranberry. You can also even go to the store and just see what they have and consider that. I right now have a woodsy, like sandalwood, I think they call it, candle going, and it's one of my favorites, particularly for the fall. Number 9, decorate your house, right? Fall is a great time to decorate your house. There's lots of different things that are kind of unique to fall, right? Leaves, pumpkins, apples, big trees, red, oranges, browns, yellow colors, big cozy blankets, big fluffy pillows. Pull all of those things out. Consider a fall wreath on your door. Lots of things that you can do in order to really create your house to be a home. And it's something to do if you're feeling a bit bored. Number 10. This is our last one, but remember that cozy blanket that I talked about? Cuddle up with it, have a movie night. One of my favorite fall movies is Practical Magic. I love the soundtrack for it. It came out when I was in college, so I kind of have those memories associated with it. If that movie isn't one that you want to check out, Google fall movies. There's lots of different options out there. Grab some donut holes or a pumpkin spice latte, or maybe there's particular like oatmeal raisin cookies, and sit down, cozy up, and have a relaxing, lazy evening where you're kind of going down memory lane. So those are 10 suggestions of things you can do with some fall fun if you're feeling a little down, bored, or just need a little spark or change in your routine. Let me know what I missed in the comments below. And follow Sondra Sisterhood for more videos geared toward the single and childless, not by choice person.